I made a new rule. First, if it's not in my expertise, I will not take it. Second, if I don't enjoy it, I will not offer it. And third, if it's underpriced, I will not accept it. And guess what? I made more money working with fewer clients. I became known as an expert, a specialist, rather than a generalist. Welcome to the Self-Made Pod, the go-to podcast for anyone ready to stop waiting for success and start creating it. I'm Darla May. I left my 9 to 5 and built an 8-figure business from scratch. But let me tell you something. I had no clue what I was doing in the beginning. I made mistakes, I wasted time, and struggled way more than I should have. And that's why today, I want to save you from those struggles by sharing the 7 secrets I wish I knew before starting my business. If you've been thinking of creating your own thing, or you already have but feel stuck, this episode is going to be a game changer. Let's get into it. Secret 1, saying yes to everything almost killed my business. When I first started my business, I had one rule: say yes to everything. I thought that was the only way to grow. If someone needed a website, I'd say, sure, I can do that. If someone wanted social media management, I would say, of course. Even if I had no idea how to do something, I will figure it out. I was so desperate to get clients, and I thought that saying yes to every opportunity is the smartest thing to do. Reality check. It was the worst thing that I could have done. At first, it felt great. I was getting booked, my calendar was full, and I was consistently working on projects. But the problem? I was stretching myself too thin. I was undercharging because I was scared of losing clients. And I was doing the work I hated just because I need money. There's this one time I said yes to 5 different projects at the same time. A website, a funnel, a branding work, social media management, and email management. And I thought if I do all of these, I will make a lot of money. But what happened? I was working 12 to 14 hours a day. I was stressed, exhausted, and drowning in deadlines. And I had no time to actually grow my business because I'm struggling to keep up. And then one of my clients sent me this message. Hey Darla, I love the work, but it's taking longer than expected. Can we speed things up? And that was the moment I realized I was just overworking myself. And I was hurting my clients too. I was so overwhelmed that my work wasn't even as good as it could be. So I had to step back and ask myself, what am I doing wrong? And the answer was clear. I was not really running a business. I was running myself to the ground. So I started looking at successful entrepreneurs and I realized something. They don't say yes to everything. They say yes to the right things. So I made a new rule. First, if it's not in my expertise, I will not take it. Second, if I don't enjoy it, I will not offer it. And third, if it's underpriced, I will not accept it. And guess what? I made more money working with fewer clients. I became known as an expert, a specialist, rather than a generalist. And I had more time to actually grow my business. What I want you to get from this is that you have to learn how to say no to the wrong things so that you could say yes to the right opportunities. Just focus on what you are great at and the right clients will come. Now, secret number 2, passion is not enough. People always say, just do your passion and money will come. That's wrong. When I first got into funnel design, I was so obsessed. This was my dream when I was a child. I would spend hours and days experimenting, designing, building, and perfecting every little detail. I thought, this is it. This is my passion. I will make a lot more money. And I genuinely believe that because I am so passionate about what I do, clients would come naturally to me. Spoiler alert! That didn't happen. For months, I sat there tweaking my design, improving my skills, making sure everything looks perfect, but no one is paying me. So I started to panic. I was working so hard, but why is the money not coming in? Was my passion not enough? Was I not good enough? Did I make a mistake of actually thinking that I could turn this into a business? That's when I had my second biggest reality check. Passion alone doesn't pay the bills. Skills alone don't either. So I thought I needed something more. And then one day I was scrolling through Facebook and found a post looking for a funnel builder that can help me increase leads for my coaching business. Any recommendations? And I remember myself looking straight at that post and thinking I could help them. but will they take me seriously? At that time, I didn't feel like I'm an expert. I had no testimonials, no case studies, nothing. But I was so passionate. I knew I could do a great job if only someone gave me a chance. So I replied. And I didn't just say, hey, I can build your funnel. Instead, I said, hey client, I specialize in building high converting funnels for coaches like you, and I'd like to help you. Do you have a freebie or an offer in mind? And boom, the person replied, we hop on a call, and she became one of my first clients. And that's when I realized it's not really about what I love doing, but it's about how can I solve someone's problem. That client didn't hire me because I was so passionate. They hired me because I positioned myself as the solution to their problem. What I want you to get from this is that if you don't learn how to sell, market, and position yourself, no one will pay you, no matter how much you love what you do. Secret number 3, the first version of your offer will suck. And that's okay. I remember launching my first service and I was thinking, this is it, this is perfect. And it was not perfect, it flopped. Your first version of anything, your website, your offer, your marketing will be bad. And as you keep doing it, your audience will tell you what they want. And you will be improving by doing and not waiting. So I spent months tweaking, overthinking, and perfecting things that didn't even matter. The truth is, you just needed to put it out there and adjust based on real feedback. The faster you launch, the faster you learn. Actually, I once built an online course thinking that people wanted to learn social media marketing. I spent months recording videos, setting up the perfect landing page as a funnel designer, and launching it. Guess how many people bought it the first time? 10. Turns out, people don't just wanted to know how to manage. They wanted the entire system, from copywriting to content creation to getting clients. That failure was the best lesson because it taught me to listen to my audience instead of assuming that I knew what they wanted. So stop waiting for perfection, just get started right now. Secret number 4, consistency matters more than motivation. I hate to break it to you, but motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. What actually moves the needle? Consistency. And I have to be honest with you, you won't always feel like showing up, but show up anyway. You won't always feel creative, but create anyway. And you always won't see results right away. Keep going anyway. I see so many people get excited about their business idea. They start strong for a few weeks and they disappear when they don't see immediate results. But you know what? The people who succeed are the people who kept going even when they don't feel like it. I had days, and I even have it today, where I feel like I'm a fraud. Days when I doubted if I could make it. But I continuously show up. I continuously create content. I engage with potential clients, I refine my skills, and that's why I succeeded. So here's what I want you to remember. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Now, secret number 5, you don't need a huge audience to make money. I used to think before that I needed thousands of people, thousands of followers so that I could make money. And I was wrong. My first clients came from my existing network. I didn't have a huge audience. I just had a skill and a clear offer. So instead of focusing on getting more followers, focus on building real relationships. Put yourself out there. Always connect with people. Always be interested in what they do. And eventually, when you start giving value to others, they would be the one who will be asking for your services. Now, we go to secret number 6. The fastest way to succeed is asking for help. I know a lot of you hate asking for help. And I also used to think that asking for help was a sign of weakness. I always think, I should be able to figure this out on my own. I don't want to bother anyone. I can't afford to pay for mentorship. So instead of getting help, I did what most entrepreneurs will do. I tried to learn everything by myself. I watched tons of YouTube videos. I joined a lot of Facebook groups. And I tried to piece all free advices together one by one. And guess what? It took me forever to make progress. Then one day, I stumbled upon a coach who is already doing what I wanted to do. He was charging high ticket prices, working with dream clients, scaling effortlessly, spending time with his family. And that time I had a choice. Keep struggling and take years to figure it all out, or invest in a mentor and get results faster. It was so scary. It was a 6-figure investment that I didn't even have during that time. But I asked myself, if I keep doing what I'm doing right now, where will I be in a year? The answer, probably still stuck. So I took the leap. I paid for that mentor. And in just a few weeks, I made back my investment and so much more. I learned in weeks what could have taken me years. I avoided mistakes that could have cost me thousands. And I finally had clarity on what actually works. That's when I realized successful people don't really do things alone. They always seek for guidance. And that investing in mentorship is not an expense. It is a shortcut. Time is more expensive than money. And the truth is, you don't have to figure everything out by yourself. The sooner that you ask for help, the sooner that you will also get results. And the last secret 7, selling is not sleazy. It is a skill. I know a lot of you hate selling. I used to hate selling as well. I felt like I was bothering people. I felt like I am allowing myself to look poor when I sell something. And then I realized, if you truly believe in what you are offering, you are actually doing them a favor by selling it to them. I remember my first sales call. I was so nervous, my voice was shaky, and I felt guilty for asking someone to pay me when I was still a beginner myself. And the client said, "Let me think about it." And I never heard back from them. Later on, I realized that it wasn't because they didn't want my service. It was because I didn't sound confident enough in what I was offering. So you have to remember, confidence in your offer equals confidence in selling. So you have to be so good in what you do. You have to believe in it so much that when you talk to people, when you talk to clients, they will be convinced that you are the solution. So in order for you to make more money, you have to learn how to do selling so well. Alright, before we wrap up, let me ask you this. What is stopping you from confidently selling your offer? If you've ever felt awkward, hesitant, or even guilty like me for charging for your work, listen up. Selling is not just about making money. It's about helping people get what they need. Again, as I have said, if you don't learn how to sell, you will always struggle. No matter how great your product, your service, or your skills are. And that is why I created the Sell Your First Funnel Challenge. But this is not just about selling funnels. It's about mastering the skill of selling. It is about mastering the skill of selling so that you could sell anything. It's about learning how to communicate your value no matter what industry you're in. And it's about building that confidence so you will never feel awkward or salesy again. In this challenge, I will teach you how to sell without feeling pushy, even if you are a beginner. Second, how to attract people who actually want to buy your product. And third, my very own sales process that works for any product, any service in any industry. So whether you are selling funnels, coaching, or anything else, these strategies will help you close more deals, land more clients, and finally get paid what you deserve. So go sign up now, go to the link in the description, or go to www.sellyourfirstfunnelchallenge.com. And hey, if you love this episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share this to someone who needs to hear this today. This is the Self-Made Pod, and I'll catch you in the next episode.